Okay, good afternoon to everybody who's listening, and welcome to the end of our two-day symposium on bird monitoring in India, the second such symposium. Um, I hope you've enjoyed these 2 days. It's been a hectic 2 days. It's quite intense when we start chatting with each other, discussing with each other on text and on message, watching presentations, looking at posters of various kinds, slides, images, videos, and things like that. And of course, today we had both the keynote talk by Ghazala, where she summarized what kind of activities are happening in bird monitoring in India, and also charted some ways forward for us. And that was followed by amazing mini symposium on bird atlases, where we heard from a number of bird atlas efforts that are ongoing or completed. And then, of course, in the afternoon, there were discussions in breakout rooms on various aspects of bird atlases, really interesting and energizing discussions. And finally, we've had our last poster session that ended just now. And of course, when I say ended, most of these things are not really ended, because one of the beauties of a platform like this is that we can continue interacting and people will be here. And if you tag them in your comments, then hopefully they will get a notification on their phone or other device, and they'll be able to come back and continue interacting. So it's this is the end of the symposium, but it's not really goodbye. It's the end, but let's continue. So just to let you know that as I said in the morning, the channels will remain available and open for the next 7 to 10 days. You can continue to comment. You can please tag people who you're addressing, and those who have made presentations and so on. Please do check back. Make sure your Discord notifications are set to receive alerts, especially when somebody tags you. So you can switch off all other notifications if you want, and only choose to receive notifications if somebody tags you. But if somebody does tag you, it's nice that you get to know and you come back and answer and interact. Now, one other aspect here is we're going to continue these interactions even beyond that period of 7 to 10 days. Now, last year when we had our symposium on Slack, for various limitations with Slack, we had to close everything down at the end of the conference. With Discord, those particular limitations don't exist. So here's what will happen, and I hope you're familiar enough with some of the jargon of Discord that you'll follow me. So what we are is the bird monitoring in India is a server on Discord. Discord. It's like a space on Discord. Within the server, there are various channels. So channels are like particular topics of discussion, and you can group these channels. So we've grouped the symposium channels under one grouping that says Bird Monitoring Symposium, or Symposium 2022, I think it's called. But there are other channels that are not to do with the symposium, and we will continue our discussion post 7 to 10 days in those channels. So in a week's time, roughly, what we will do is we will shut down people's ability to post in the symposium channels, but the channels will all be visible and you'll be able to see. They'll be read-only, basically. But last year, one a clear requirement request that came out is we need a platform to continue interacting through the year. And now we talked about it a lot. We use WhatsApp, we use Facebook, we use something like this. One of the problems with the basic messaging systems is that the inability to start topics and threads. And Slack and Discord provide that ability so that the conversation can be structured and organized, and we don't get lost in all the various disparate and different things that get discussed in a single conversation thread. So all of you who are here, all of you registered, all of you who have access to this Discord server space will continue to be able to interact with everybody post this 1 week after the symposium, all through the year. If this has worked out for everybody, and please do say in the feedback form, if this has worked out for everybody, then we will continue having the symposium on the same server. So next year, there'll be another set of channels for the Symposium 2023, and the year after that, and so on. So essentially, this Bird Monitoring India server will be a common platform for our regular day-to-day interactions all through the year, plus for the specific symposium events that will happen on an annual basis. And we hope that will provide some continuity, and that will provide a place where we can continue to interact. Otherwise, we only see each other once a year, and that's not really ideal. And lots of interesting ideas have come out. I was just most recently looking at the Anant Pandey's poster on seabirds and seabird monitoring in India, and there's some interesting ideas there about how we can all contribute to seabird monitoring. And rather than going off onto some other platform and other app, which we may not even get to know about, we can have those discussions here, and anybody interested can take part. And of course, the idea about discussions is not only to have the discussions, but to possibly follow up with actual on-ground work. So all that we hope can happen on this platform, this Discord server for bird monitoring in India. From the quiz, from the poll from earlier today, it looks like many, if not most of you, are gradually getting used to the Discord app, even if you haven't used it before. So hopefully that won't be an obstacle or a barrier. And essentially, that is how we hope that these conversations can be taken forward. So I'll stop about that. I just thank all of you for being here and joining us. I think one of the most important things we can do is to form a community of like-minded people to support each other, to help each other. And that support can be a virtual support like this, giving ideas, feedback, and so on. And of course, hopefully that translates into support and help on the ground as well. So the larger goal is, like I think Ghazala said in response to a question, to build that community of people interested in the same set of things. So this is a start, as in last year we started, and we're continuing. We hope to continue again. If anybody would like to help in a more substantial way, from being a participant in the conference to actually helping volunteer or organize, please do say. We're always happy to get more help. And in the feedback form, there's a place also you can suggest topics for the next symposium. So please do fill that out. So with that, I'll stop here. Don't go away, because Preeti has got some final words. So I'll hand over to Preeti from here.
All right. Thank you, Sohail. Yes, a quick reminder to everyone to take and fill out the feedback form. Like Sohail said, we would like to hear from you what ideas you have or everyone has as a community for upcoming events, next symposium, and so on. We would also like to know how the platform worked for everyone in more detail. So do please share your thoughts on that as well. The feedback form is not very long. It will only take you 2 to 3 minutes. So please do it right away. It's important for us to know what you think. Finally, I would like to thank a few people who helped put this event together. First of all, our tech team, Amit Kumar and Tamiran, who have been incredibly patient with all the technological challenges. Many of us are really technologically challenged, and both of them have been really patient and working very hard for the last 2 days. Huge thank you to both of them. Our volunteers have been on their toes for the last 2 days on Discord. You must have seen them create threads, keep discussions organized, and also contribute to discussions as well. I'd like to thank Akshata, Swaroop, Karthik, Rito Broto, and Pooja for being such a wonderful team of volunteers. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all participants for being there and being engaged in all the discussions. It has been very nice interacting with all of you, and I look forward to continuing to interact with everyone on the Discord server. A big thank you to our poster presenters. I was really happy to see the kind of submissions that we got this year for the open session. We had a diversity of topics, of geographies, of kind of themes of work in the posters. I know that there were many posters to view within the short time, but the beauty of Discord is that we can continue to view these posters and comment and give feedback. And I hope that through the next events, we will get more submissions from students and other university researchers during these open sessions. I think that there's such a wonderful way to learn about what little efforts have been going on across the country, which we are absolutely unaware of. So I find this extremely useful to connect with different people. Next, I'd also like to thank the organizers of our mini symposia. Nishant and Nikita put together a wonderful team of speakers for the telemetry symposium and also worked really hard to get panelists together. It's a commendable effort. Also, Praveen and team for being super enthusiastic and also putting together a great program, bringing together all of these different efforts on bird atlases from across the country on one platform, initiating conversations, which is also, I think, really inspiring for a lot of people who are attending for the first time, don't know what bird atlases are, people who are just about getting started with birding and developing interests in birding. It's a great, great mini symposium for them. Like Suhail said, all channels will be open for a while, so we don't really part, but continue our conversations on Discord. And thank you for tuning in for this session, and I will see you on the Discord server. Bye-bye.